Hi everybody, welcome to Therapeutic Movement at the Walnut Lodge Volant location. So tonight we're going to need a strap or a rope, a block of some sort, or a rolled yoga mat or something that you can lay on, and possibly like a rolled towel or another block for your head. We're going to do my back release, and it's really kind of hard if you haven't ever done it before. For people that have done it, you know what it is. You're just going to listen to my voice. For people that haven't done it, it's a systematic stretch induced by a pelvic rock because of the positioning of the pelvis and the back on this block. And we go from our sacrum all the way to the back of our skull. So that's what we're going to do tonight. But before we get started, I want to make two announcements. One, I want to say thank you for all the people that are supporting us. We are really grateful for any kind of assistance that you can give us, so that when this is all over, the Walnut Lodge will still be there. I think we're getting close. That's number one. Number two is make sure that if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please do that. And me saying that is working, because I think last week we went up at least 20 subscriptions. And then the last thing is that Thursday night at 8, Lori Saramuga is going to add a yoga nidra. So if you are stressed, if you need help getting to sleep, it is a really wonderful practice. Lori has been having trouble getting onto the live feed for her 9 o'clock class. She's going to try again this Wednesday. So hopefully Lori will have her class Wednesday. That's a foundations class. And then also she's going to add that therapeutic class at 8 on Thursday. I think she'll have no trouble getting on. I think really the 9 o'clock time, first couple of weeks, the internet was just smashed, and it wasn't that we were doing anything wrong. It's just that there wasn't any space. All right, I'm going to have James come down here and sit a minute so that I can show people that have never done this a couple things. Yeah, so this is James. He's not going to wave to you or anything. He's the technician, the person that makes everything happen. So what we're going to do first is we're going to lay on the block right here on our sacrum, right? And then I'm going to say, we're going to move the block, and we're going to put the low edge where the high edge was. So we're going to move the block to here, and basically it'll straddle your waist. And then from that position, we're just going to move incrementally up the spine until we get to the neck. And then at one point, we're going to flip the block like this so that it's balancing on this edge, and the top edge is kind of digging into your skull, and the bottom edge is right at the base of your neck. So those are the positions, because once I start this, it's really hard. And you can't see it on me. I mean, you can see me moving. But so, first one, second one, and then we just go incrementally all the way up to here. All right, here we go. Thank you, James. So grab your strap. And tie your knees together. They don't have to be squashed together. They can have like a fist in between. And the strap is just for those of us that have this overdeveloped sideline that's tight. And if that's you, if when you have your legs like this and you release your inner thighs, your legs flop open. So this just allows you to really release the inner thighs. All right. So laying back on your spine, knees bent, throw your arms to the side, close your eyes, and just feel your spine on the ground. I'm always really surprised by this, because today I feel twisted. I did a lot of yard work yesterday and today. So those actions are all rotary and involve twisting, and so I'm a little off. All right, once you kind of feel that, don't do anything about it. Just close your eyes and focus on your breath. So we just want to have a nice, easy belly breath. Just feel the inhale, lift the belly, and the exhale, release. That's all. Just that for a minute or so. Focusing on how that breath feels. Trying to make the inhale and the exhale slow. Try to make the inhale and the exhale about the same amount of time. And then as you continue this, try to make them deeper. Nothing else for the next minute. Just breathe and focus. The exhale is a natural release. So as you let go of that breath, see if you can let go of other things. So just allow that exhale to release the body into the floor. Now, as you're breathing, don't change anything, just notice. When you inhale and exhale, is your low back and sacrum leaving the floor? Is it moving at all? The more relaxed you get, the more your spine will reflect the action of the breath. Try not to make it happen. Just keep breathing. We're trying to use the action of the breath to make all of this happen. Trying to stay in that parasympathetic side of the autonomic nervous system, just relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Things happen because they happen. You have to breathe, so you're just going to breathe. Now shift your attention to your lower stomach, right above the pubic bone. And on your next inhale, push the breath towards your thighs. And then exhale, just let it go. Inhale, push the belly towards your thighs. Exhale, just let it go. So this action, the inhale, will cause a forward tilt, an anterior tilt of the pelvis. If you're not getting any tilt of the pelvis, don't do anything about it right now. But once we get into this series, you might have to add a little bit of motion to it. So inhale, push your belly. Exhale, let the belly fall, and then use your stomach to push the rest of the air out. So you're going to have an inhale, anterior tilt, exhale, release, and posterior tilt. Feel that wasted sacrum press into the ground. Keep going. Still focusing on just the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now if if you're really breathing big, the first part of that exhale is a release. The second part is active. You're going to push the belly towards the floor, squashing the stomach, pushing all the air out, and then release. So the first part of the inhale is passive, and then the second part is active, pelvis pushing to the thighs. Release, exhale, push. Release, inhale, push. Now you'll notice that it's pretty segmented. It's really jerky. That's because I'm just trying to let everything go and then go. Now, after a while, it'll start to smooth out. Don't worry about it. Just try to feel that release however you can. I like to feel that jerk at first because I realize that I've let go of everything. Just a couple more. So this is what I call the rocking breath. Using the inhale and the exhale to move the pelvis. Now just to warm up a little bit more, on your next inhale, push your legs against the strap like you're trying to break them. And then exhale, as you press your back into the ground, squeeze your knees together. That's just going to help your sacrum balance itself. Inhale, thighs push on the strap. Exhale, thighs squeeze together as your waist presses. Keep going. Couple more. Inhale. Push. Exhale. Press. Inhale. Push. Exhale. Press. Inhale. Push. Exhale. Inhale, release everything, and then drop your legs to the right. All the way, thigh down, my shoulders coming up. That's okay. I'm going to kind of hover between my knee down and my shoulder down. So for some of you, you feel this pull from your knee through your hip to your low back. This is the IT band line, and then into medius. I'm just really tight on this side because of all the work I just did. We're going to release it a little bit with the breath. So on the inhale, take your pelvis and push it towards your thighs. You'll roll up onto that right hip a bit. Then take the inhale all the way up into your collarbones. And then when you exhale, release your shoulders and your rib and your waist. Just let it go. Inhale, push your pelvis, you roll up on that thigh a little bit, take it into your armpit, and then exhale, release. Inhale, push. Exhale. On our next inhale, let that arm go over your ear and then just circle it nice and slow, heavy, and then let it fall and keep going. Just adding an arm circle here today for those of you that did a lot of yard work. So just let it go, drag it. You would just like to have that humerus head loosening itself from the socket. Not going to do very many. that arm goes to the side and chest rotates to the ceiling, just pull the pelvis center. Just stay a couple of breaths there, noticing how much lower that left side is. I always like to do that so that you can really pay attention to the changes these very simple movements do. And then inhale, drop to the left all the way, and then adjust the shoulder. And then again, inhale, pelvis pushes towards your thigh. You'll roll up onto that left thigh a little bit. Take that inhale all the way up into that armpit, and then exhale, arm, shoulder, ribs, waist. Inhale, push, exhale, release. Inhale, push, exhale. Now you'll notice that the inhale just kind of drags my arm up. Exhale. So we're going to take advantage of that. Inhale, let that roll in the socket, let go, and circle the arm. Use your armpit to pull it up and over, let it drop, and drag it. Feel the arm motivated by the shoulder and the attachments of the arm into the shoulder blade. Just think of the blade in the chest moving the arm, and the arm just going along for the ride. Really feel that folding of the joint as that arm comes over your ear. So right here, relax it, relax it. It might feel really not very good. Try to keep it heavy, 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 heavy. Let it just fold into the joint. It's really quite good for the joint here. There's no weight, it's not doing anything. You're just trying to let the muscles of the rotator cuff go, so it's not holding the joint open. Here we just want to let all of that release. And we'll just do one more of that. Release it, deepen it, relax. And for those of you that feel that discomfort as that joint goes deep, I think you notice that after 2 or 3 that reduces. That's how you know that you are doing a good thing. All right, this time when your arm comes to the technical issues, chest to the ceiling. Should I stop?
No, wait a second.
All right, so we're having some technical issues. Not to worry. Grab your block and put it underneath your sacrum. All right, so now we're back. So it's under the sacrum. The long side is perpendicular to your spine, and you're laying on the short side. All right, so just feel that sacrum relax into the block, or it could be on top of a rolled yoga mat. The top edge of that sacrum, if you have a block, is right at the top edge of the block. So now we're going to rock the pelvis. Starting with the breath. Inhale. Push your breath and your pelvis towards your thighs. And then exhale, pull your pubic bone towards your face. Inhale. Thighs. Exhale. Pull. Keep going, own timing. So it's an anterior tilt on the inhale and a posterior tilt on the exhale. Really feel your glute and your sit bones and your hamstrings engage a bit here on the exhale. So right here, use that to tuck the sit bones up towards the knees, and you'll feel a little bit more pressure of that upper edge of the block pressing into your lumbar sacral junction. You want that. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the pressure of your sacrum on the block change. On the inhale, it goes towards the tailbone. On the exhale, it goes to that top edge. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, pelvis towards the thighs. Exhale, pubic bone pulls towards your ribs. Inhale, and push, and exhale, and pull. Inhale, and push, exhale, press the top edge. Inhale, and push, exhale. It's back. All right, so feel there's more pressure now on that top edge. If you're having trouble keeping your knees like this, you have a strap, just hold on. If not, what we're going to do is just make small ovals, really, to the right, away, to the side, and then back towards your chest. So we're going to inhale right and away, exhale left and towards your chest. Now, if the breath isn't working for you, don't worry. Feel the changing pressure of your sacrum on the block. So we're massaging this big piece of fascia. It's like a giant diamond shape through the low back up to the actually high in the thoracic and all the way down to your tailbone, and then side to side to your hips. And again, we know that we can't go to massage therapists unless we're lucky to have one in our house already. So this will go a long way for helping your back. Now, as you're making this circle, you're doing it in a relaxed way. It's just a very easy movement. And once you have that circle going, shift your attention to the sockets, to the hip sockets, and feel your femur, the head of that femur, rolling around in those acetabulums. So just see that. They're two spherical, hemispherical shaped sockets. And the spherical head of your femur is just rolling around. It's easy. You can feel the sloshing of the fluid in the joint. Everything is relaxing. Next time your legs come towards your chest, just reverse. Go left and away, right and towards. First, pay attention to the changing pressure on your back, and then pay attention to the movement of the femurs in the sockets. Now, if you don't have a block and you're using a rolled up yoga mat or a towel, you're not going to get this edge, but you will get the extension of the spine that happens because of the block, and you'll get this motion. Make it easy. Round and round. One more, going left and away and right and towards. Just stop there. Relax as much as you can in the sockets, and then feel your belly push against your legs as you inhale, and then when you exhale, maybe they'll just drop in a little bit more. Now next exhale, pull your pubic bone towards your rib cage, and then move your knees until they're right over your hip sockets. So you're going to feel this work. So you're shortening the front line. So we're using our abdominals to hold the position of the pelvis. Now as the knees start going past vertical, the whole pelvis wants to rotate with them, like that. Don't let it happen. Pull your pubic bone. Your stomach is going to work more. Keep holding this line to counterbalance the weight going out. Keep going. Feet are getting closer to the floor. When your belly starts to shake, just hold it there. Let it shake. And then let the feet touch. Relax. Now we're going to move that block. So the bottom edge is now where the top edge was. And the top edge is past my waist. So my waist is really in the middle of this block. All right, so we're going to rock the breath again. Sit bones on the far side. Inhale, push your pelvis. And then exhale, tailbone lifts to the knees. Now, what's going to happen here is that this is a pretty extreme position for your back. Some people do not like this. Just go as far as you can. Inhale, push. Sit bones will go down. Exhale, release. Your shoulders will drop. Tuck your tailbone and try to push your pelvis off the block. The only thing touching here really is the top edge, and it's above my waist. And then release. Inhale. pushing. The whole spine will go with this. Exhale. This is absolutely passive, and then push. Release. Inhale. Pelvis pushes towards your thighs. Your sit bones might be getting close, maybe not. Exhale. Rocking back. Tucking under. Release. Inhale. Push. Exhale. Push. Release. Inhale. Sit bones going towards the ground. Exhale. Shoulders automatically go to the ground. Tuck your tailbone, reach up towards the knees. Release. Inhale. Push. Exhale. I call this the seesaw. It's a wonderful stretch. Now I have a towel underneath my head because my ponytail was getting caught. Some people need a towel under their head to keep their neck from extending back. That hasn't happened yet except for this. But my head is still on the ground. So for most people, that should be okay. Actually, it's very, very easy to let your neck go here. Just feel the weight of your head dragging back and forth. You might need to have a towel or something under it so that your hair doesn't pull. Just a couple more of these. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Pull your pubic bone and then lift your legs up. So we're back at that same place. Now, you can keep your knees bent or you can straighten them. So again, if you have hamstring issues, just hold on, with your hands. If you don't, then just let your arms flop out. Now we're going to do the same thing. So your legs will either be straight or your knees will be bent. Doesn't matter. What's happening here is when we start this circle, that block is higher on your back. So we're just getting a little bit more of the top of that fascia. And so this is really just like a massage therapist doing circular strokes in your low back. Feel the changing pressure on your back. Once you feel that, just feel the femur heads rolling around. Make it easy. Non-weight bearing motion. A lot of the problems that we have with our sockets, especially our hips, is that synovial fluid, the hips are so tight that the synovial fluid doesn't get a chance to wash over that cartilage enough, and it dries out and it gets cracked. Then we have issues. So here we're making a bunch of circles. Hips in the sockets, pelvis on the low back. Just easy. Not a lot of motion. Now if you're not using your hands, then your stomach is engaging here. You can make these a little bit bigger if you want. That'll give you a little bit more stomach work. It's not necessary. This series is really about releasing and relaxing, but sometimes engaging the abdominals for some of you, will allow that back to let go a little bit more. So next time your legs hit this position towards your face, just reverse. And if you made your circle bigger, I want you to make it smaller again. And feel the changing pressure. Don't just make the circles. You have to have more feedback than that. You have to put your brain into the place where you can, in real time, feel what's going on. You're not thinking about it, you're just feeling it. Once you're there, you can start making them bigger if you want, or just shift your focus to your hip sockets and try to make that super, super easy. No effort. Relax your neck. The weight of the body pressing into the shoulders relaxes the shoulders. As I said last week, just laying on a hard surface decompresses the spine. Couple more. So the next time your feet come towards your face, just stay there. You might notice that your hamstrings are released a little bit. What time is it, James? Bend the knees. Pull the pubic bone towards your rib cage. Now your pelvis is really up off that block. So this is hard. You're going to reach your knees forward and you're going to keep pulling that pubic bone towards your chest. Eventually that low back's going to touch, but you want to kind of fight that just to really get that deep engagement. We're going to go a little faster. Keep tucking under. Sit bones going up to the knees. Pubic bone pulling. Legs are extending. Just let them go. Feet hit the ground and relax everything. Couple breaths. All right, so from here to the neck, this is just sequential. We don't stay here very long. We'll just keep wiggling off like this. So I want you to wiggle until your sit bones touch the ground. Now, here's where some people will need something underneath your head because it'll stay in this position. It won't rock back and forth much. So you might want to do this. And if you don't need it, don't use it. So we're here. Your neck is extended, but your head is on the ground. Now, it's really hard to rock your pelvis here, but we're going to do that. And I want you to imagine that you have a tail. And we have a tail, but I want you to extend that tailbone out in front of the feet, a couple feet. So we're going to inhale, push your pelvis towards your thighs. You got a little bit. Exhale, take your sit bones, reach them towards your heels. We're not going to come way up. I just want you to feel your sit bones and your tailbone going forward. They're going to come up off the ground just a little bit. But what you're imagining is that inch right off of that lower edge of the block. That's where we're stretching. So you're pushing your tailbone forward so that little bit of your back can stretch, and then it's just going to settle back down onto the ground. So inhale, we push our pelvis towards our thighs. Exhale, push sit bones forward. And inhale, pelvis towards the thighs. And exhale, reach sit bones. And inhale, increase the arch if you can. And exhale, sit bones past your feet. And inhale, push the pelvis forward. And exhale, sit bones reach. And inhale, pelvis to the thighs. And exhale, sit bones reach. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs. And exhale, sit bones reach. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Release. And then we're going to wiggle. How much? Oh, I'm going to go a couple inches. That block is still going to be below the level of the points of my shoulder. All right, so it's going to get a little easier. Inhale, pelvis pushes towards your thighs. Exhale, same thing. Try to push your low back, your sacrum, towards the ground, but pick your pelvis up and just reach the sit bones forward. Feel that line. Inhale, pelvis towards your thighs. Exhale, tuck under and reach. And your head will come up the ground here. And inhale, pelvis towards your thighs. And exhale, reach your tailbone and sit bones. And inhale, pelvis towards your thighs. And exhale, reach. And inhale, rock. And exhale, reach. And inhale, pelvis. And exhale, sit bones. And inhale, pelvis. And exhale, sit bones. And inhale, pelvis. And exhale, reach. And inhale, pelvis. And exhale, reach. And inhale, pelvis. And exhale, reach. Release that. Wiggle forward until you feel the top edge of that block hit the bottom edge of your shoulder blades. Again. Inhale, pelvis push towards your thighs. And exhale, sit bones. You can get your sacrum almost down here. And inhale, pelvis forward. And exhale, sacrum down, sit bones forward, reaching. Feel that stretch. And inhale, pelvis to the thighs. And exhale, sit bones towards your heels. And inhale, pelvis to the thighs. And exhale, sit bones towards your heels. And inhale, pelvis to the thighs. And exhale, sit bones reach. And inhale, pelvis towards your thighs. And exhale. sit bones reach. Inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, feel your back stretch. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, sacrum to the ground. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, sacrum towards the ground. And inhale, pelvis towards your thighs, and exhale, and release. Wiggle until you feel your shoulder blades on the block. Top edge is almost to the top of your shoulders. It's hard. This is a hard neck position here for some people. Same thing. Inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale. Your sacrum can get to the ground here, but your head's going to come up. If you don't like that, you need to have something under your head. Inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, sacrum to the ground. And inhale, pelvis to the thighs, and exhale, sacrum to the ground. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, sacrum down. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, sacrum down. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, sacrum down. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, sacrum down. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale. Well, maybe your waist is down right now. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, pull into the ground. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, pull. And inhale, pelvis to your thighs, and exhale, pull. Release. Now, one more wiggle. And so as you go wiggling forward, the back of your skull gets caught on the top edge of the block. That's why I like to wiggle, because that's where you stop here. So that top edge is right at the base of your skull, right where the neck and the skull meet. And then that bottom edge is, kind of almost to the top of the shoulder blades, but not quite. Same thing. Inhale, pelvis forward, and exhale. You can get your whole waist on the ground. Feel your sit bones and tailbone go up towards the knees. And inhale, pelvis forward, and exhale, pull. And inhale, pelvis forward, and exhale, whole waist into the ground. So if you don't have a block and you can't get this position, then your rolled up yoga mat is right underneath your shoulder blades. And you still get this nice chest lift, and you get the extension and the stretch of the spine right here. And inhale, pelvis forward, and exhale, waist into the ground. And inhale, pelvis forward, and exhale, into the ground. And inhale, pelvis forward, and exhale, into the ground. And inhale, pelvis forward, and exhale into the ground. Last one here, and inhale, pelvis forward, and exhale, and pull. All right, now you can wiggle. This will be the last wiggle. You're just going to slide until that lower edge hits you right above your 7th cervical. So that's that bump at the back of your neck. And then the other thing was that the top of the block will just be at the top of your shoulders. So it's almost like somebody just put the block on your shoulders, and your head is basically on the block here. But I feel that edge right at that 7th cervical. That place has a tendency to be sore on people. So if it feels a little uncomfortable, you might have the right place. Same thing. Here we go. Inhale. Pelvis forward. Your chin's going to drop into your throat. And exhale. Tuck your tailbone. Pick your pelvis up off the ground. Just be balanced on your waist. Your chin kind of goes up. Inhale. Pelvis forward. Chin goes down. And exhale. Chin will go up as you lift your tailbone. And inhale. Chin down. And exhale. Sit bones up. And inhale. Chin down. And exhale. Sit bones up. So really stretching the waist. And inhale. Chin down. And exhale. Tailbone up. And inhale. Release the neck. And exhale. Release your spine. Just breathe the belly forward. Everything goes with it. And as you exhale, the pelvis pushes you away. So the rocking of the pelvis drags the spine forward and back through the musculature. 2 more. And inhale. Pelvis forward. And exhale. Pelvis down. Up rather. And inhale. Pelvis to the thighs. And exhale. Pubic bone to your chest. Last one. And inhale. Push. And exhale. Pull. Release that. Now, what you're going to do is move the block until your chin is pressed into your throat. So that the back edge is right at the base of my skull. And we go. Inhale. Pelvis forward. And exhale. Waist into the ground. And inhale. Pelvis forward. And exhale. Tailbone up. On the inhale, the back of the neck stretches. On the exhale, it goes back to the neutral position almost. And inhale, push the pelvis. And exhale, pull the pubic bone. And inhale, relax the shoulders. And exhale, tailbone up. And inhale, relax everything. And exhale, just use your guts. Just breathe and let the body follow along for a ride. Inhale, pelvis to the thighs. Exhale, waist into the ground. Inhale, pelvis to the thighs. Exhale, waist into the ground. Release. Now we're going to tilt that block. So, take the edge, the back edge is right at the base of your skull. Tilt it. Bouncing on that back edge. Your chin is really pressed. The lower edge is right at the top of your shoulders. Now the last two positions, get our neck ready for this one. So just relax your neck. It's on a stretch. Relax your shoulders. James, can you give me the time?
6:41.
Perfect. So now what we're going to do is turn your nose 2 inches to the right and come back. And again, feel that edge dig into the back of your skull and come back. And go to the right, maybe a little further. And come back. And a little further to the right. Inhale, maybe. Exhale, back. And to the right, a little further. And release it back. Feel that edge just dig. Inhale to the right. And back. Inhale to the right. And back. Inhale to the right. And back. One more. Inhale to the right. Stay there. Pull as far as you can. And release. To the left. It'll feel weird at first. Inhale just an inch or two to the left. And center. Inhale again. Just an inch or two. Back to the center. And inhale, maybe a little further, back to the center. Inhale, go just left and center. Inhale, left and center. Now going further. Inhale, left, and release it back, center. Inhale, turn to the left, and release it back, center. Inhale, left, and center. Inhale, left, and center. This is the last one. Go as far as you can go. Inhale, left, hold it, release it, center. Now just move the block, slide your ponytail out of the way, make your neck nice and long. Feel that spine on the ground. Try to remember what you felt like when you first laid down. See if you got the tingles going on. Legs can stay bent, or you can straighten them into the corpse. And breathe. Big inhale. Reach your arms. Roll to your right side. Stay there a couple of breaths. And then press yourself up to sitting. All right. Whew. This feels good. I hope you feel as good as I do. So that's my spine release. Again, pass the word. If you know people that need this, that can't afford it, just send them to our site. We're trying to help out as many people as we can. I hope this helped you tonight. Remember, Lori Saramuga is going to do a therapy, or I can hardly think, a yoga nidra class Thursday night at 8. And